What is up, guys? What is going on? Welcome to discussion time with Pinkbird Part 2, or Episode 2. My apologies if I'm getting it wrong for the most part. And in today's episode of Talk with Pinkbirdstudios is going to be a brief discussion on a fandom that's pretty much horrible for the most part. So yeah, this video isn't meant to, like, for hate speech or whatever. It's not meant for, like, harassment or whatever, but it's just going to be my thoughts and opinions on what I think on the My Hero Academia fandom. Don't take it too personally, don't take it too seriously. It isn't clickbait or whatever, but it's just going to be me diving deep into the series, and I think it's a good series. I've got my hands on the game One's Justice, and I was introduced to these characters, even though they were just as weird and awkward, but Sue was by far one of my favorites. Bakugo was the go. There were just some things I didn't like about Bakugo for the most part as a character, but over time, his character development really did improve, or I could be wrong about it for the most part. Bing bada boom. Shoto, I really enjoyed. He reminded me of Itachi Uchiha from Naruto, but for the most part, I'm just going to say this, like, I loved Deku, a character that I can really relate to. He's pretty cool, but on a side note, going back to the whole toxic community side of things, it's just that it's by far one of the most weirdest fandoms I've ever been a part of. And Deku is a character who wants to become a hero. All the Class 1A, such as, we got Mineta, we got Kaminari, we got Tokiyami or Shinzo from the other Shigetsu High School or some shit like that. We got the Shigetsu High School or whatever. I totally forgot whatever the hell their names are, but I think I remember them. We have Lady Midnight. I'm just kidding. And also other characters such as, let me see. Toga, Twice, Shigaraki. Oh, that's right. Oh, the Shigar part. Okay, so on that note, I think that these characters are pretty interesting for the most part. Toga is by far cool too. But it's just that my problem with the fandom is especially the individuals that kind of take the shit very seriously. And it's a problem, and it makes me uncomfortable. It's why I stopped watching the series for quite a while, because it wasn't all that interesting, and it didn't really pique my interest. But over time, I've had COVID during that time when I got sick, and I was introduced to the series while I was watching all of seasons, or 1, 2, and 3, and ongoing. It got boring, but it got pretty interesting. I was struggling, and My Hero Academia, the story did something for me. It's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it while I was in college. I've seen the movie, Heroes Rising, I believe, in theaters with my buddies in college, and it was amazing phenomenon. And my take on it is just that, like, again, people are the way that people reacted the way that they did with the author. Pretty much attacking him, harassing the guy, Horikoshi, on, this topic that I'm going to bring up. So, the issue with Deku and Bakugo. Why? Number one, it's just that, again, fans just want these two characters to get together. And I'm like, what? And the whole entire scenario and the way that people responded to this entire thing is just completely stupid, because again, it's cringe. It's how people are reacting the way that they are, and they just look stupid as hell. And the way that they're responding to all of this is just completely stupid. Again, like attacking the author and just sending death threats to him, saying that, oh, we want this, we want that. No, it's just personally, it's horrible. It's just completely stupid for the most part. Again, Deku is a character who wants to become a hero. Again, the way that Bakugo was written wasn't all that great at all, but at least he turns out to become an OG for the most part. Again, the author keeps messing up his character, but, this show was meant for kids, for teens and all that stuff like that. But, like, again, the thing is that Toga and Ochako, no, hell no, those two, no. Again, Toga's story is basically a super sad one, and basically the author had to kill her off for the most part. So why would you want both Toga and Ochako together? And what's really weird is that why would you want Deku and Bakugo to get together? Are you serious? That is fucking weird for the most part. Again, why would you want Bakugo to be with Deku? And I quote, in the first episode of the series, Bakugo literally told Deku to go and off himself. Again, why? That just doesn't make any sense. And the problem with, like, Toga is that she had to go. Of course she had to go. Again, like, her life, her story was basically nothing but sadness, but again, the author had to kill her off. So, no. And we got a glimpse to see Ochako and Deku getting together. And the way that people overreacted the way that they did is just weird as hell. It's just not okay for the most part. I've seen this one video on TikTok to where this crying girl ends up screaming over a drawing. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And it just the My Hero Academia fans are just completely just toxic as hell, and it's how they responded. It's how they basically. I just don't like the fact that they went after this guy and the author and attacked him, sending him death threats and blah blah blah. It's not me bringing up drama and shit like that. It's just that I just stay away from these types of individuals. Is because they just completely screw up everything for the My Hero Academia fandom and the series as a whole. I think the main story, this is Koei Horikoshi's vision of storytelling. And if you're just going to, like, send death threats and take this shit very seriously and blah blah blah, then if you're gonna be this toxic individual in these types of fandoms to do that shit, I'm gonna have to say this, like, breathe fresh air, go outside, touch grass, or pet a dog, do something, get a job or some shit like that. I don't know what else to tell you. Again, it doesn't really surprise me that these types of fandoms are always going to be like that, but if you're just going to do this, it's not okay. It's just not cool. Again, there's just tons of examples. If you, like, search it up on Google, especially on My Hero Academia, you know, characters and whatnot and vice versa, you'll see a lot of weird shit, like Deku and, like, for example, like, if you search up Izuku Midoriya, or, let me see, Shoto and Todoroki, Bakugo and All Might, that's even worse, Jesus, ugh. And we got fucking Deku's mom and All Might, Jesus Christ. But again, like, it's just what I think about the My Hero Academia community as a whole. It's just the fact that these types of individuals, they just take this shit, like, way too seriously, and then especially they mass blocked the author. Like, again, like, it's just not okay for what I seen. It's just, I didn't want to dive deep in talking about this for the most part, but since the My Hero Academia fandom is coming to an end, why the hell not? I don't want to keep beating up a dead horse for the most part. Again, the story, it did something for me. Again, I've had a lot of health issues. Again, like, I enjoyed watching it. I still, to this day, enjoy watching episodes of the show. There are just some episodes that I did not like, some characters that just weren't for me. It's just that I think that these characters are pretty interesting. Like, again, like my boy Deku, he fought with Muscler. I'm still watching that series. The fight between Deku and Shinzo, still OP. Deku and his wait, hold on. Spider-Man transformation. Wait, hold on for a second. No, scratch it for a second. I'm just... So basically, he's... The jailbreaking saga, my bad. The rematch between Deku and Muscler, pretty much. And the new movie, You're Next. Oh my god. That soundtrack, Homunculus, still slaps hard. Like, let's go. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's just my overall take on the fandom. It's just that if you are a part of the My Hero Academia fandom, I would just leave that shit in general. Again, there are some toxic motherfuckers, weirdos, disgusting individuals that think that what they're doing is okay, but it's really not. But it's not meant to be taken very seriously. It's just a book. It's just a series of characters. It's not meant to be taking this very seriously. Again, go outside, touch grass, get a life, seek some help, seek therapy, because these My Hero Academia toxic fans just ruin everything. That's why I stopped watching the show for a while, because there are just some things that just made me unsettling. But again, Horikoshi told a very good story, and it's incredible. I'm looking forward to the new game that will be coming out this year, And as soon as it gets out, I'm gonna be playing it for the most part. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the most part. Yeah, just be careful, like with these sickos, because they just, kind of, fuck up everything up. But yeah, for the most part, it is what it is. I'm just gonna leave the links in the description down below for the portion of videos that I've seen of people just critiquing and talking about the show. Again, Trigger Senpai, he does a very good job at covering these types of topics on how messed up the community is for the most part. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's discussion time with Pinkbirdstudios. Take care. God bless you guys. I'm a manga artist and story writer illustrator of Red Dragon. So yeah, see you later. Bye. Plus Ultra.